It's really all about the mid game. Get backline access and completely blow up your opponents. And for Guangdong Freaks, that is not a horrible scenario. There are some elements of this comp that want to play forward. Obviously, you can play proactively with your Vi, your Rakan, and set up for a big Talia combo or run in with a Sivir ultimate.
Everyone hyped for this one, as both teams could desperately use a win at this point in time. As we are collapsing onto Keen, not going to amount to too much.
Oh, does get the Ghost.
Just barely. Yeah, the Ghost is going to come out here. Morgan's incredibly low, but Keen did go for Ghost and Teleport. No Ignite in this lane, and so he will not really have kill pressure at this point in time.
You know, what do you have to say about this? What do you want to talk about?
Oh, just the more I look at this, the more I'm really enjoying Fred at Brion's draft comparatively to Guangdong Freaks. Now, Umpty, you got to be careful not to force this because you don't know where the enemy jungler is, as now you have gone way too deep. And here comes Ellen looking to punish as nice try on the predict. Might still get the snip, and no, he's actually going to live as Ellen trying to be cute, but Umpty reads the play. And now Lava's here, and he has Ghost, as everybody's got Ghost in this game. Lava trying to get this play on with the Mega Gnar coming on in. Is the damage enough? It should be, as that is going to be a double kill for Morgan in the top lane.
Doesn't actually get the damage down, and then Lava comes in here with the Ghost, and with a Mega Gnar transformation as well. This is kind of a freebie. The Gwen damage not quite enough. Can't get on top of Mega Gnar, and then...
This is it!
No, it doesn't.
Live on television in front of all these fans.
Because what ends up happening in situations like this where the dive pump gets ahead, it takes away a lot of power. Real Keen.
Oh, and we got Hoyt coming up here too. Morgan is pretty doomed. Does have the flash. He is going to hop on top of the Rakan as in comes Hoyt. He is going to have to exhaust as now we have Umpty getting in here for the peel. And Morgan somehow got out of that. Want to fight this one.
Little late. I don't know if they're going to get the fight they're looking for here.
Yeah, the eye available. This is going to be the smite coming in. Umpty is going to steal it here. Second Cyclone available as well. He is just going to flash away as he will die. But the Rift Herald was secured here by Fred at Brion kill.
That Galio is still going to really dish out the
game. 1v1 up in the top side, but just hops away. That is going to be the follow-up here. Red buff still available, but now Mega Gnar comes in, pushed into the wall, and that is Keen dominated in the top side. Solo kill comes in, and now 3 kills for Morgan on the Gnar.
No, I know.
And he was up against Merctrix.
Yep.
I mean, he had a Ruby Crystal.
Yep.
Not it from Keen. Definitely some frustration from Guangdong as now we're getting in onto Fate here as he is all alone. Flash comes in as Hoyt tries to zone for him but will not be successful. Henna's like, yeah, you want to fight me in the pit? I dare you. He is just going to throw up that ultimate.
But as has been said in the past, they're still an LCK team. You can't make mistakes like that. This is another example with that Gnar bar as high as it is. Like, once those final needles hit, you just have to peace out. You just have to identify, I'm not getting him. They were that type of team.
It has sped up a bit here as we are just engaging onto the back line. Teddy gets out, though, and a follow-up engage here with the Grand Entrance does come in. Damage not quite there, as mentioned before, for the side of Guangdong Freaks. Nice Gnar into the wall here isn't going to do too much. The chase onto Morgan, though, he is Mega Gnar as he gets knocked up. Follow-up engage is pretty good, but the stopwatch gets so much value here for Lava. He finally does go down, though, as Fate is able to kite it out. Follow-up knock-up here from Fate is not going to hit, but still a winning fight, technically, for Guangdong. We'll be happy with that once again. Stacking them up here. But yeah, Guangdong taking a bit of damage from this Drake. We'll see how long they decide to stick around this one as the wall is going to come down. But Fred at Brion say, yeah, sure. We'll stay in with you guys. That's totally fine. Wall not going to amount to too much. as Meganar is here. If I'm Kwangdong, I just want to back away from this one. But instead, the two of them going to get knocked up, and here's the Gnar over the wall. But the kiting is very good from the side of Kwangdong. The engage from Fredip Brion a bit lackluster as no Gnar is able to come out here. Henna is still shelling damage in here as Hoyt does have the stopwatch. Can he do enough damage though? 1v4 is the question. Morgan still on the backside too, as this ult is just raining hell. Henna picks up a second kill. Morgan is keeping him around, as now the health bars are pretty low. Henna's trying to get into that back line. And with the Immortal Shield Bow, he might be able to, but the knockup is really nice from the Talia. Fate is able to put an end to the Zeri nonsense. They did get that. Gnar, by the way, Morgan was just in the bottom lane. He just never even really joined. Win from the Drake went straight down to the bottom lane as Keen is alone. Extremely alone, and now he's just going to get knocked up, and the pile-on will begin. Double Cyclone comes in. That is a dead Gwen. As this time, not playing with this team, but unfortunately is going to get caught out for it.
And the disaster continues for Keen, and with that, no, you Kwangdong, I know that you want to defend this Baron, but you got to send someone. Yeah, we talked a lot about Teddy, who is getting closer as the ult comes down.
Okay, Morgan, no hop available. He is going to get a Galio follow-up, though, as, yeah, I mean, Morgan is incredibly tanky at this point. He has stopwatch as well, so you're not going to kill him. The front line is now gone, as Teddy has no one to protect him. The peel is not there. That is 4 kills on the board here for Fredip Brion, and that should be the end of the game. Fate is going to try to delay this, but he might just have to pay for it with his life, as yes, he will. That is a very fast lava on the Galio, and that will be the ace, as Fredip Brion showing up big here in game number 1.
And it speaks to the desperation of Kwangdong Freaks that they are attempting to hard engage on a Mega Gnar while Galio ult is available. It's just not going to do anything.
I don't get it.
Teddy doesn't get to play the game. No one else does, and Fredip Brion with a great draft. Very, very tailor-made for this team, and the Kwangdong Freaks that look all over the place. Going to take a very convincing game number 1 here.
He never got a chance, unfortunately. I think the entirety of the team was just not there to make it happen. Teddy never really got a chance to shine. He didn't really do anything particularly bad himself, so.
And overall, I think Kwangdong is going to feel a lot better about their draft, but there are still a lot of the same issues where the amount of agency that Fredip Brion has, in addition to a very good mid game and some great scaling elements, feel like Kwangdong, again, it's okay, but I don't think this comp looks amazing.
Maybe a little bit of red buff invade from our red team. It is entirely spotted. And Fredip Brion say, you know what's better than a red buff invade? Is the wraparound play. They are totally on vision, and Kwangdong have no idea.
No.
Yep, it's gonna happen. They're all in the bush. A 4-man taunt into a 4-man knockup, and this is just going to be one hell of a Stomperino here as, okay, Teddy, I mean, he did pick up a kill on the backside of it, so that's okay.
He's gonna have to make a decision regardless. Sitting here for 20 seconds, waiting for a scuttle to spawn, not gonna be it.
Well, Wallop is going to miss, but this is level 2 as we got a fight on the bottom side. Hoyt is just dead, but so is Morgan as the pillar will come down. And importantly, Keen is going to pick up that kill for the shutdown.
And that's about as good as it's going to get as, boy.
Umpty's here, and so is Fate. So everybody has to now flash away. Umpty gets caught on the rocks, and down he will go. As Fate right there on time to follow up on his own gank on the bottom side. And this one's even better than what Lava was able to do.
자, 와드 하나 박아주고 올라갈게. 야, 리신 여기. 한중. 찍어봐. 리신. 갈려 안 뛴다. 갈려 안 뛴다. 커버만 해줘.
He's calling everything from the beginning to the end. He's like, I'm going bot, I'm looking for the gank, Lee Sin's here, look for Lee Sin, get your passive on Lee Sin, literally everything, even down to Galio staying mid. Please cover the mid wave.
His Infinity Edge spike, or just delays his damage. The point where you can really take over games as...
Lava, there are 4 people there.
Yep.
He had no vision. He slows himself down with the taunt as Teddy, excited. Just Umpty saying, yeah, I might as well drop this. This is not your standard play to drop this down for pressure before the Drake. Now, they could still fight for this one. Kwangdong Freaks are actually, okay, that is a very immune Gwen, as everything actually just misses. And the Needles just zone everybody away. So, okay, here comes the light. Gets a massive engage, actually, into that front line. A huge 3-man knockup as the Gnar is used onto the front line of Fred Breon. That is not what you want to see. Super low health bars, and Fred Breon are the ones that are taking a massive fight, as everybody is just going to melt. Even Fate, a clean 5-for-0 ace in the mid lane fight here, as they even get the Drake, and now they can just take a free Baron.
It's confidence is so important, and it's also what makes a team like Gen G so menacing. Well, they're also crazy good, so it's not just confidence. But confidence is important, is what I'm trying to tell you.
They're actually disgustingly talented. Yeah, I agree. Umpty's just gonna die. Okay. Well, there you go.
Not too much confidence, fellas. Very important distinction.
Hey, man, stole some of those resistances. Subjugate used.
Foolproof plan.
Very squishy Lee Sin.
Your pronunciation.
Oh, I didn't even realize.
Well, I mean, I didn't do a very good job, so I think that's completely fair.
Yeah. Well, this is going to be spotted.
Yep.
But the damage is pretty large at this point in time. The Aphelios also quite fed. The turn here from Fred Breon also nice, as they might just be too late for this, as they do not even commit. Point not here, so they decide, nope, we're just not going to go in. As the hook is going to go wide, lots of needles, getting tons of value, but Morgan is just going to die, as that is another kill given over to Teddy. You could just throw your Baron away in that case, as Umpty has been waiting, and now he's going to kick a Mega Gnar here, as Keen just going to ult him away, but everybody coming on over. Fate nearby trying to support, but that's just going to be a dead Gnar in the side lane. They get that combo off once again with the Galio Recon, and now the push will begin. Kwangdong Freaks will back away for now.
Yeah, Keen going to have the cooldown now. Not going to be able to go into Mega form.
Yeah, and now he's just going for the kick, Keen! Oh no! And now we have this front line coming in here. Big knockup though, as they are trying to zone here for Teddy, who is chunking some health bars. But now with no Gnar available and Keen down, Fred Breon should have their way with the map.
Yeah, that's going to be a Drake. That's going to be a Baron. And Kwangdong Freaks just can't get that much done.
His second item.
Yeah, he'll get Force of Nature in maybe a few more minutes. Maybe.
Not sure. Here comes the push with the Baron. They're just going to go to the bottom side. Huge amounts of AP right now on Morgan, so just going to go for that one. Here comes the Weaver's Wall, and a missed Dredge line means that no follow-up play can happen. Umpty pretty tanky. You know, he has been the one farming, actually. He's up to 217 CS. He has nearly Flame Horizon his jungle opponent, as we did already talk about. But yeah, means that he can't just get 100 0'd, even against the Taliyah and the Jinx.
They're slow, they're methodical, and sometimes we make a little bit of fun of them for it. But textbook play in this situation, when you're 1-11, with a comp like this with a lead that you've earned for yourself, more than okay.
Okay. The amount of damage that Henna also has is ridiculous, and it's not like they take damage here with the Mountain Soul, but the positioning right now from Fred Breon, I think, leaves a little bit to be desired, as Lava's being zoned out right now, but will come back in. The Light gets into that back line. The follow-up comes in from the Galio, but the Light is going to go down, and the front to back could come in here. Keen gets a huge ultimate, and now into the GA goes the Aphelios, and all of a sudden, they lulled them into a false sense of security. And Teddy is finally able to press some buttons, and a double kill will come in here for Fate.
All according to plan. Fell this all right through it. No problem at all. Just wait till 43 minutes, be down 8k gold, and win the team fight to win the game.
Now Lava and Morgan are alive. See what they can do though. I mean, this is a full health Jinx and the teleport is coming in. They just need to try to clear the wave, really, as you see them trying to go for it. Morgan is immune for now, and a taunt does come down. They have cleared the wave, but Morgan is going to pay for it, as now Lava will go down too. And this is what happens when you finally make it to the late game and finally take a team fight.
Waiting for the wave. Hannah gonna come up, but I don't think he'll be in time, Valdez.
Doesn't look like it. The wave comes in. Finally, there you go, pushes on in, and Kwangdong Freaks will force a game number 3. Boom goes the Aphelios, and boom goes the Nexus. They finally get it done. As you see, nobody is happy.
Unfortunately, neither team going to be able to get ice cream yet. As, unsurprisingly, Teddy's damage in games like this going to be monstrous.
Look at the gold graph. It just falls off a cliff. It's a mountain.
Well, it doesn't even matter. Even the Nexus gold wasn't enough to get them back in. I think they lost the game being... I think Kwangdong Freaks trying to make something work here. Void going for his Nautilus again is a no-brainer pick that he definitely is the most comfortable one, but as a whole, Kwangdong has drafted effectively the same composition, and the composition didn't really work for them in game 2, if I'm being complete. They won, and I'm aware of this.
Yeah.
But if
they had Teddy on Jinx.
Yeah, but if this is my core issue. If Teddy is your win condition, then draft around it. How?
So here we are, onto the Rift again for game number 3. Kwangdong given another lease on life. Maybe Fate won't feel as good about that as the taunt is going to miss. Fate does have to use his Ghost.
Oh, love this. Early dive, but the cover is there from Kwangdong.
Yeah.
So they should be able to regain control here.
4v4 in the bottom side. We went from tri-lane to quad lane. As in comes Lava, he's ghosting in. Looking for that taunt, forces the flash out of Void as Delight just flashes in and dashes over the rocks, nearly gets himself killed, as now Umpty might just be the sacrifice here. That is going to be first blood, and guess who picks it up?
If you want to beat Dante, which is everyone on the
Needles coming on in. Will Morgan make the same mistake that King did is the question. The answer is no, because Umpty is right there to get the alley-oop. And guess what he has? A Rift Arrow. So this could be a pretty significant lead in the top side for Fredabreon.
And Keen's troubles just continue, dying with the summoners up, gonna give up first turret blood, or at the very least 4 plates. You're in the early game. Awards. As, Umpty.
Yeah, Hoyt just going to be totally locked up here, but Umpty takes a bunch of damage. In goes Delight, tries to get into that backline onto Teddy, but Teddy is still alive. And they hand another kill over to him. That's 2 now for Teddy on the Jinx, as Henna in the pit will be forced to flash away. Traded for that Weaver's Wall, and Kwangdong Freaks able to turn it very nicely.
And a hard engaging on a Nautilus is something that has backfired many a time in the past. And it's going to be the case here as well. Yeah,
this is
Mininar.
They're
going to get this turret, for sure.
Yeah, Morgan just going to chop it down with those very big slicing scissors. As now Keen is just trying to buy as much time as possible, but he is nearly almost definitely dead. He is going to flash, and Meganar now, so actually buying an incredible amount of time. Can try to run through the jungle here, but Lava is nearby. And he's even going to Ghost just to make sure that nothing gets away from them. And who do they give the kill to? It will be Lava, as Teddy gets a free turn. Fine. Got a really nice chunk onto that mid turret.
Yeah.
But he will have to back here, so Fredabreon will have a moment to push with this Rift Herald, which is going to be actually pretty nice here. Nice knock-up comes in from Fate, as the damage not quite enough, though, will be shielded up by the Battle Dance. And here comes the rest of Fredabreon into that back line. Morgan very much immune. But will he be immune for long enough is the question. The answer is no, as the Vi ends up being the biggest bait of all. Henna picks up a turret, but two of them go down. Gravita Moonlight Vigil hits Ellen, and he is a 005 Vi. So he's totally fine with that. Down to about a half of his health bar. And Fred and Brianna, it looks like they are just ready to go. They want to fight, regardless. As the wall does come down, do they have the damage to take down this Drake in time? It's looking pretty likely. Down go the stones, and there is the smite, and Dragon Soul points with Infernal Soul on the Rift will be given over to Kwangdong.
And that is with a fed Talia and a fed Jinx as well. So overall, Fred and Brian is looking a lot more rough. They still have a great team fight ultimates available as... Oh, Okay,
they actually want to turn onto Morgan here. Yeah, he might actually die now. Yep, the needles come out, and you know, the Vi pick itself is decent. The play,
yeah, I know the jungler's down, but everyone's here.
I think they want to turn off of this one, as the vision is there though. So Lava, they know exactly where he is as well. So the turn shouldn't be that great, but they're trying to kill Lava. 100-0. Stopwatch available, and now he's going to flash. Still the chase is on, and a rocket for the alley-oop. And now we got killing spree for the Jinx.
And what about Kwangdong's Baron attempt? And go for a very aggressive push in here.
내려와봐. 유치하게 끌게, 유치하게 끌게.
Oh, look at the ghost. Can't get him. Gwen's immune. Completely ignores the Talia.
나이스.
Nice pull.
Nice. Oh, by the way, in live, Fate is dead. And there you go. We barely caught that one. Not sure how he got caught on that, but
his little dogs. Okay, so they were still holding on to the max.
He showed on the minion wave, and that was the end of him.
Yeah, crucially wanted to probably throw down a ward there, try and stay alive. We'll be looking for an angle here.
This is a pretty large flank, trying to get in onto Teddy, but they get into the mist, and they deny the Gwen entirely. But the front line now is getting shredded down. Teddy had to run way, way back. Hoyt does flash away now, though, and in the front line left alone. No further follow-up for the side of Fred Brion.
And he's dead.
The zap is going to hit Henna, and now he's going to go down, although maybe not. As Fate will have to flash away from this one. Teddy is getting pretty low. All of those wins coming out from the Galio are actually doing big damage. But eventually, it is going to be a couple of kills as Teddy has survived through the exhaust, cleanses it off. And it's only going to be the Light that does survive. Now 5-0-4 for the Jinx, 300 CS. Will be waiting for an entry point with his team. Fred Brion identify, okay, well, we can't give away this Elder Drake for free. So either we go down here, or we lose the game. So is going to get dredge-lined and killed with the depth charge, just locking him down. And now Henna, the assault battery into that back line. The follow-up peel from the side of Fred Brion is not good enough. The damage numbers looking pretty good, even though Morgan does assassinate there with some nice needles. This is an excited Jinx with Infernal Soul. Teddy, the Fountain Laser, makes his return to the Rift. The zap is not going to land, but it looks like the game win will land here for the Kwangdong Freaks.
They do, and now round 2. Same rules apply here, Kwangdong.
No flash cleanse for Teddy. He has GA as Keen goes in. He has to flash out of here and have his Mega Gnar popped.
Yeah, just poke with Teddy. He has Infernal Soul.
Yeah, it's really all you have to do, but you know, in they go, the two of them. They don't have Teddy up here on the top side, but they don't seem to need him, as it will be enough. Galio is knocked out of the heroic entrance, and down he will go to double kill here for Fate, as Keen will pick up one for himself. And now finally, the turn this time around, second time on the Elder, will be enough for Kwangdong to end the game.
Teddy says, no! Come here,
808 is the score line here for Teddy. He goes legendary and finally is able to carry his team to a victory. The first one in 3 weeks for the Kwangdong Freaks, but they get the job done. But they got the win. That's all that really matters. 28,000 damage here for the Fountain Laser himself. with the Infernal Soul.
Thank you very much, guys. This is Jason for the POG interview, joined by the solo POG of Kwangdong Freaks, Teddy. Congratulations. This victory ends the 4-match-long losing streak. How do you feel, Teddy? We were able to get a huge comeback victory in Game 2, and then we won Game 3 as well, so I'm so relieved. Elim said this was a crazy series. Feels like he kind of dedicated a big part of his life, and today we had a very back and forth series between two teams. How was today's match? So I think we were not able to play according to the theme and style of the draft, so we discussed during our feedback. So speaking of the feedback, what did you guys kind of talk about after losing game number 1? Mostly about positioning, because we were able to get into position faster than the opponents but still made them to actually take the lead and fight. So we really wanted to fix that heading into Game 2 and potential Game 3. Game number 2 didn't really start that good for Kwangdong Freaks because Freddy Brion got so many kills in that invade, but you guys managed to come back. So, because they were fighting around the first Herald, I was able to get a free turret on the bottom lane, but still we were not able to snowball even further. And also in Game 2, Freddy Brion aced out Kwangdong Freaks players, and it was not an easy game for you guys for sure, but there was one big team fight that turned the table around. Can you break it down for us? Keen was marking Galio, so he was marking the enemy mid laner, and then it was 4v3 kind of situation. So as long as the opponent front line goes on to that Nautilus, I was pretty sure that we will be able to win that team fight, and also I was able to just do damage freely in the back line. And you guys were able to close out the game after kind of giving away so many objectives. I know we were really far behind in gold, but Jinx was really fed. Talia was also decent because we actually had both of our inhibitors down, so we were able to farm a lot in order to scale for the late game. And Teddy, you played Jinx for 3 games, and you built Kraken in Game 2, Gale Force in Game 3. I was really fed on Jinx in Game 2. I had Kraken Slayer, but I wasn't able to get the best proc out of it, so I decided to just go for Gale Force in Game 3. And we had another Aphelios Jinx matchup here in the LCK Summer, and every time it's Jinx having the edge over Aphelios, but we keep having this matchup over and over. Tell me about this matchup. It kind of comes down to how their team plays. You know, Aphelios could be better. Sometimes Jinx could be better. So speaking of the matchup, I prefer playing Aphelios because it's a lot more stylish. Jinx is a champion that her team has to do and set up for her, but Aphelios is more stylish, you know, kind of a cool style champion. And Kwangdong Freaks played on the red side for 3 games in a row today. After losing game number 1, you decided to play on the red side one more time. I'm not sure about that strategy, to be honest. So they said we're gonna play red, so I'm like, okay, I get it. And I guess that was something from the coaching staff. And Kwangdong Freaks will go up against Hana Life Esports in the next series. I hope we can win all the remaining matches. This will be the end of the interview from Teddy from Kwangdong Freaks, and back to the analyst carpet space. Thank you.